Hey everyone, it's Ephraim, Past Point One Comics. How's it going out there, comic book familia? I'm with my main man from the UK, Triple G Comics. How's it going out there, Peter?
Great, mate. How are you? You well?
I'm doing fine. Just trying to enjoy collecting comic books and talking to you is always a great time. I look forward to these monthly meetups more and more. I went, hurry up, man! 30 days go by quick. So.
It's just nice, isn't it, talking to people who have similar tastes and
Yeah,
similar collecting habits, shall we say? Because we've both, I think, been collecting for quite a while, haven't we? So
yep.
it's nice to talk to people who understand the collector's mentality again, I guess.
Yep. So our video for today is going to be top 10 or most costly Fantastic Four books. Fantastic Four, just the series overall has been one of my favorite series. I know it has its ups and downs in the comic book industry,
Yeah,
but I've always liked the first family of Marvel.
absolutely.
I've always had a special place for me in my heart. So
Absolutely. Me too.
yep. So you guys ready to go?
Yeah.
All right, let's get going. Okay, here we go. Costly keys. This is from Zap Kapow Comics. This is a site that I use to input all my comic books, and they come out with costly keys. And this one is based on the Fantastic Four. And here is the first one. Now this is Fantastic Four number 8. It came out in 1962, and the price they have for $2,500. All these books are basically 9.4s that they put in their system for the pricing. And the pricing, obviously, a 10.0 or a 0.5, the pricing would be lower. But the first one is the first appearance of Puppet Master and Alicia Masters.
That's I have to say that's not as expensive as I was expecting it from that, because Elisa Masters and the Puppet Master really are pretty significant key characters in the Fantastic Four, really, aren't they?
Yes, and I noticed that with this one we did and the Avengers that we did, they're not that highly priced. The
Yeah.
one we did in between, the Batman one
Yeah.
last week, that was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So next up we have at number 9, Fantastic Four number 13. It came out in 1963. First appearance of the Watcher and the Red Ghost, who has been a mainstay in the Marvel Universe. The Watcher, aka Uatu, if I'm pronouncing it right, began his watch back in 1963.
Wow. Again, Watch as a major character, really. I thought, I wonder if this book's seen any price rise with the What If TV series, with the
Yeah, I
cartoon.
mean the $2,600. Like I said, these are all 9.4s at the price range, which isn't that bad. I don't know if, unless he comes out, maybe he's already been out in Marvel movies. That cameo he did with Stan Lee and the Watchers.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
see, this one I expected to go up higher if when the Fantastic Four comes to the regular Marvel, cinematic universe, if they show the Watcher, I can guarantee this price. I mean, this one probably go up in price.
Well, I guess, and I'm sure we'll come to it, but I guess, the Watcher is instrumental in that kind of Galactus trilogy, isn't he?
Oh, that's true.
Um,
Yeah.
so if they're going to do that on screen, I would imagine they'll not shy away from having the Watcher on screen. So this book's probably going to take a big leap when they do that, I would have thought.
When they finally introduce the Fantastic Four into the Marvel Cinematic Universe, I wonder who the first villain will be. Are they going to go with the mainstay Doctor Doom, which
I
has been
hope
part of
not.
the other movies, or do something different? Catch everybody by surprise.
I would like them to do something different.
Yep.
For me, I absolutely adore Doctor Doom. He's one of my favorite
Yes.
villains. But for me, he's a bit like the X version of Magneto. They've done him to death in the movies.
Yeah.
Show us something different. So yeah, I'd like to see something different, and I would like to almost see a build towards Doom. I
Yep.
think that would be good.
I think that would be good. Also, number 8 is Fantastic Four number 52. It came out in 1966. It's the very first appearance of the Black Panther.
Yeah, tremendous book. Absolutely tremendous.
I just love this cover. I think it's an iconic cover, man.
Yeah.
I have one or two of them, I believe. So, yeah.
I've had a couple of copies over my time, a couple of pence copies, I think, and I've got a copy behind us there, which is a 3.5. hard comic to get in high grade because of the Yellow Moon and whatnot. But yeah, again, that comment there, Ephraim, this is a major Marvel character now, you know.
Yeah.
Good movie under his belt as well. And
Yep.
it's still, I mean, let's be honest. We're perhaps being a little bit flippant with the pricing here, because $4,400 is probably out of a lot of people's ranges.
Yes.
I guess what I'm comparing it to is, like you say, that Batman video, where it's eye-watering prices. For me, this just doesn't seem overly expensive for such a big character.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna put you on the spot really quick here. What is pence exactly?
Pence. So pence is our cents version. So our UK currency.
Okay.
So and this is a whole area of interest, Ephraim. So you'll get a Fantastic Four 52 there, cent copy, and you'll get published before that. So technically the first print. Before that, the UK comics came off the press with a pence copy. So they were then printed first, then shipped to the UK, then the cent copies were printed.
Oh.
However, the pence copies don't get as much value for some reason. So the scene is kind of not as desirable by a lot of collectors as the American versions, which is frustrating.
Yeah. Are pence versions still, do they still make pence versions of comic books?
Not, yeah, they do, but it's not like that. So we import all of our comics over now with Marvels and the DCs and all that kind of jazz. But there are UK comic book versions, reprints and things like that by Panini and people like that.
Yes. Gotcha. Yeah. Nice.
There's just a little segue here, Ephraim, just to blow my own horn. There's a tremendous series called Making Sense of Pence on my friend Luke's Hydra Collectibles channel, where we talk about pence copies of comic books.
Nice. I'll put a link to his channel too in the description below afterwards. Cool.
Smashing, thanks.
Number 7. I thought this would be more like number 3 or 2, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But it says Fantastic Four number 49. Came out in 1966. The 9.4 value of what they have is $5,000, and the very first appearance full of Galactus.
Yeah, that's just that's a classic cover, isn't it? It's stunning, absolutely stunning.
It amazes me how these books just cost 12 cents when they came out.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I know. I know. So
you have it.
Yeah. So we're just talking there, Ephraim. Just make us big a second if you can.
Say that again.
Make us big on screen. I'll just show you this.
Okay.
You shot yourself out of the stream. I'll put myself up. So we're just talking about this just a second ago, Ephraim. You see the 10D?
Oh, yes.
So that's before we had pence in the UK. We had, oh God, I don't even know what it's called. Anyway, 10D is our currency. So it's an identical comic to the version you probably have, but this is a UK price variant. And it says on the CGC label, oops, UK price variant. So that's what we mean by a pence copy.
Now, is the book price-wise, is it more expensive, or how's that go?
So this is the interesting thing. At the current market, this will get you it's probably about 2/3 of the value of an American version for some reason. So yeah, so they're a cheaper option for people if they want to pick up keys. But there is a bit of a move to try and make them a bit more popular. I think people are starting to realize that they are they came off the press before the cent copies. So really, they are the first prints, as it were. Because I know Canadian copies fetch a premium now, don't they?
Yes, exactly. Yep, everybody's after them. Yep.
Yeah. Whereas these, they're kind of not, which is disappointing.
Good history lesson. Yeah, learn something new every day. All right, let's get going and continue here. All right, so we just did this one. Next up is number 6. It's Fantastic Four number 3. It came out in 1962. Price range for 9.4 is $8,400, and the first appearance of their costumes in the Fantastic card.
Yeah, I mean, you can keep the Fantastic Four for me, but first appearance of the costumes,
Yeah,
and there, you know, we've just literally done a show about costumes, and I'm surprised we didn't
yeah,
mention these because
yeah,
these are classics, aren't they?
yeah.
They've never really changed that much. It's always been the traditional jumpsuits, the blue.
Yeah, speaking of the video we just did with Attention Seeking Geek, I forgot to, or we forgot to mention unstable molecules.
Yeah, yeah,
What
yeah,
would the Marvel universe be without those unstable molecules?
absolutely. Yeah.
All right, number 5 on the list is Fantastic Four number 2. It also came out in 1962. The first appearance of the Skrulls and the Daily Bugle. I always thought the Daily Bugle came out first in Amazing Spider-Man, but
Spider-Man.
obviously not.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, I've been collecting comics a long time, as you have. I don't think I've ever actually seen that cover.
now I've seen it before. Yeah, I've seen this one. I've
Yeah.
always people, Fantastic Four number 1 has been, priced out of everybody's range, and some people are starting to get this one instead, but it has the first appearance of the Skrulls, which
Yeah.
will most likely appear in a Fantastic Four movie.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's a
And
nice cover.
look at that version of the Thing, that kind of the
Yeah,
lumpy version rather than the rocks that we used to.
yeah, he looked like a thing for sure.
And again, that's one of those yellow covers which are really hard to get in high condition, aren't they?
Yeah. So this Jack Kirby goodness. I mean, God, these books, when they came out, I was 3 years old. I'm a little bit older than you.
Just
I
a
was like,
touch.
dang it, why didn't I buy it when I was 3 years old?
Yeah.
All right, number 4 on the list is Fantastic Four number 48. It came out in 1966. Price is going up a little bit more now. This is $11,000 for 9.4. First appearance of Galactus and Silver Surfer.
Yeah.
So,
Amazing.
yep.
No, I don't know what I think of the cover, I have to say. It's not my favorite cover. I've got a copy behind us there, but it's not my, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah,
I
it
think
doesn't have more. Sometimes these covers, you want to like a big splash to really,
yeah.
gather your interest. All it has is bald guy, pointing up and look up there, everybody.
Yeah. I
That's
think
basically it.
the title's really good, isn't it? The Coming of
Yeah,
Galactus. But
yeah.
I don't know. It's an interesting one, that.
Yep. All right. Next up is number 3. Oh, I love this cover. Gosh, I wish I had this book.
Oh, yeah,
Fantastic Four number 4. Also came out in 1962. We got $13,100 for 9.4. The first appearance of Submariner in the Silver Age era.
Yeah.
So,
Love it.
yeah.
I would love that book, but that book now is just out of reach.
Yeah.
Even at a low grade, I think, because everybody's specking, aren't they, on Namor coming into the MCU at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why the Thing is wearing boots, but okay.
Well, he maybe he doesn't want to get his feet wet. He's obviously
maybe,
going for
All right, getting close. Number 2 is Fantastic Four number 5, 1962. $23,000. Of course, the very first appearance of Doctor Doom, Victor Von Doom, classic book, which I don't have. So
I would love that book, Ephraim. I would love that. Again, Doctor Doom, one of my favorite villains. I think he's a classic, Marvel villain. Now, I've got the reprint of this in one of my Marvel graphic novel collections, and I can't remember reading it. Is his mask green in the comic as well, or is that just a coloring error? Was he meant to be just purely green?
Gosh, his mask isn't green in the comic books anymore. It's like a dark grayish color now.
Well, all of his armor there is green, isn't it? Even his arms.
I mean, since it's the first reiteration of Doctor Doom, they probably were just trying to figure out how to, do him, but he's all green there. Yeah.
Interesting. Drop a comment in the video if you've read that comic and if he's green throughout, or if it's a color error on the cover or something.
Yeah, you know how Doctor Doom is just this big bad evil across the Marvel universe. Have you been reading the new Strange book, but with Clea?
No, I haven't.
Doctor Doom shows up and he wants to be the Sorcerer Supreme. Because Doctor Strange, died, and Clea is basically telling him, "No, I'm the Sorcerer Supreme. If you don't like it, tough. What are you going to do about it?"
Yeah.
Doctor Doom didn't do anything about it. Just kind of slinked away. He's telling them, I'm the Sorcerer Supreme. You may be Doctor Doom, but you're not the Sorcerer Supreme.
I tell you what I did read recently, which was superb, was Doom Wasteland. So do you know, set in the kind of the Old Man Logan universe in the
Oh
future?
yeah, I haven't read that. Is it good?
Yeah, very good. Yeah, I've
Oh,
only
yeah,
read the first issue, and it's a similar story. He turns up at kind of a village that's that shouldn't be there in his land and has a fight, and so it's a very good story.
It's called Doom Wasteland.
Yeah,
I gotta check it out.
Yeah.
All right, we all know what's going to be number one.
yeah.
Yeah, come on. Fantastic Four #1. This one came out in 1961, and here we go with the price. 9.4, $175,000. So
Wow.
first appearance of Fantastic Four, the team, of course, Reed Richards, Sue Storm, Johnny Storm, Ben Grimm, and also the first appearance of Mole Man,
Yeah,
Harvey Eldler. So this is a classic cover. This is the kind of cover we were talking about, I think, compared to the one with the Galactus and the Watcher just sticking out. This
absolutely.
one really
It's dynamic.
Stands out. It's a classic cover.
And you're saying there, Efren, about a Fantastic Four movie coming out that could do a Mole Man version story very, very well. I think on screen, you could really ham up the special effects of monsters kind of emerging and things like that. That's doable, I think.
That's a good point. I think the very first Fantastic Four movie, I know hopefully they won't do Doctor Doom because he's been done before. Do him later on down the line, build up the anticipation.
Yeah.
But I think you're spot on. I think the Mole Man would be a great, villain for the very first Fantastic Four movie. Go back to the original.
Yeah. I would love a copy of this. It's heartbreaking, isn't it? As people who genuinely love comic books, not just investment, but people who love comic books, I've always thought I would like a copy of issue 1 of all of the main keys, the X-Men one, your Fantastic Four one, AF-15, all that kind of jazz. And now they're all just far too far out of reach. I've got my first appearance of Thor, and I think that's probably in Daredevil and whatnot. But I think some of these bigger keys, not a chance now.
Yeah, I mean, I've showed you, I have Fantasy 15, and if I could get all the main ones, like all 5 of them or whatever Marvel ones, and I would have to get rid of all my other books, I would do it without even thinking about it. Here you go, take them away. I'd be happy with those 5 or 6 already, how many there are. So, like I said, this is our most costly books, and once again, give thanks to Zap Kapow Comics for giving us this list. Until next time, Peter, do you have anything to say? Anything coming up on your channel?
Just my usual stuff, Efren. I've got comic videos come out on a Wednesday, toy videos on a Sunday, and various live streams and shows and things like that. So go check us out, and if you like my stuff, sub us up.
Yep. Until next time, everybody, be safe and take care. Bye.
Thanks now. Bye.